Joe Tenney here at the all-new Honda of Seattle, right here in the Soto district in our brand new world-class facility. Of course, more important than world-class to us is simply to be best in town, providing you with best-in-town service in our best-in-town facility. And certainly, we have now the best-in-town small sport utility, a vehicle that's been both highly anticipated by us as well as the international media. It is the all-new 2016 Honda Hrv. Now, believe it or not, the Hrv dates back to 1999. It was sold around the world, but sadly not in the United States, from 1999 to 2006. Initially, the Hrv stood for High Rider Revolutionary Vehicle. I don't know if they're going to continue to use that same language, but it certainly is an amazing small sport utility. I'm going to start by popping the hood, and we're going to take a look underneath there. This car is sold around the world as the Honda Vezel, which is a combination of two words. It's vehicle and bezel, or the polished sides of a cut gemstone. And so that polished sides of a cut gemstone theme really permeates throughout both the exterior and interior of the Hrv. Now, around the world, this platform is going to have a 1.5-liter four-cylinder engine. It's going to have a 1.8-liter, however, in the United States. And that's a big improvement because although this is a relatively light vehicle for the category at right around 3,000 pounds, it needs a little extra oomph that the 1.8-liter provides at 141 horsepower combined with 127 foot-pounds of torque. It actually gets wonderful gas mileage with a four-wheel drive and automatic continuously variable transmission, enjoying 27 miles per gallon on the city driving and 32 out on the open road. Let's take a look around, and we'll take a look at the interior. And one of the great things about the Hrv is that it's not all that big on the outside, but it's utterly gigantic on the inside. There's over 100 cubic feet of interior volume on this vehicle, which is very, very large for a subcompact sport utility. And then it has terrific comfort. And so this is an EXL model with navigation. This is the most expensive way that you can get an Hrv with four-wheel drive, with automatic transmission, and it's still about a $27,000 vehicle. The model lineup at the LX level starts at $19,995. So low to mid-20s is going to be probably 80% of the volume of the Hrv. And then predominantly in the Northwest, you're going to see a lot of all-wheel drive. And Honda's all-wheel drive system has proven a real success story, especially here in the Pacific Northwest. But the first thing you notice when you jump behind the wheel in the Hrv is it's very, very posh, which is unusual for a small Honda. Out on the open road, the first thing that you notice is that it's very quiet. Again, unheard of for Honda. One of the complaints of Hondas, they're a small economy car, and so they sound sometimes like a small economy car. They're just a little bit louder than a more luxurious marque. However, the Hrv is much, much quieter than any small car that Honda has ever sold. Also, with small cars, you tend to see kind of busy lines and what have you as they try and squeeze a lot of options into a compact area. That's not the case at all in the Hrv. Everything very long lines. It's a very elegant-looking interior, which is completely a contradiction for the category. No other small sport utility outside of maybe Mercedes or BMW looks so nice on the interior. Now, I've got the seat nice and far back so that I can be comfortable in the front. So on a small sport utility, you might imagine that I'm going to be a bit cramped in the back seat. But actually, the opposite is true. Even with the seat far, far, far back, I have tons of room in the back seat. In fact, I can't even reach the front seat. I have so much rear leg room. And so with the seats down, this car enjoys 59 cubic feet, almost 60 cubic feet of space from the rear, behind the front seats all the way to the back. And then even with the trunk lid, with the seats up and the trunk open, you have 24 cubic feet in the back. Let's take a peek in the back. So seats down, 59 cubic feet. Seats up, 24 cubic feet. And so one of the nice things is for people who like to use this for recreational purposes, Honda had an Element for many, many years that was wildly popular in the Northwest, and a lot of people who were into bicycling really enjoyed the user-friendliness of the space of that vehicle. In this, if you have 3 people and you put one side down, you can actually, if you take the front wheels off, fit 3 nice full-size bikes into this and have 3 people. So for people who like to use it for utility purposes, it actually works quite well. Also in the back, the rear seat. The rear seat in this is so cool. First, it's already super spacious. Second, the rear seats fold up as well as down. So if you have pets, if you like to go antiquing, if you like to go buy big potted plants or anything like that, and you don't want stuff that's rattling around in the trunk and you want it protected, this is the only car in this category. It's the only car outside of the Honda Fit in the world that you're going to enjoy this great feature. I can't imagine why other cars, even in our own product line, don't have this feature. It's so user-friendly. Let's jump back inside and finish taking a look at the interior. Now, the great thing about this car, above and beyond its size and its great price point, is that it's actually an incredibly versatile and safe vehicle. It has a lot of modern amenities that you're not going to see on other vehicles. One of them is Lane Watch. Lane Watch works that it has a camera in the right-hand side, so if I turn the right turn signal on, I actually have a camera that's dedicated to the contiguous lane. So if somebody is kind of in my way or in a traditional blind spot, I see that quite vividly, and it makes for very safe. For me particularly, I come from the east side, have to come across the bridge, have to make my way across 3 lanes of traffic in busy morning rush hour traffic. With that Lane Watch feature, I see everything clear as day, no stress. It's very, very cool. The other thing is any vehicle, this one already has navigation, but any vehicle at the EX level, they allow me through an HDMI cable to download navigation if I have an newer Apple phone. And so I can download the app, it's very inexpensive, plug it into the device, and then I have live, high-end navigation right into the system without having to opt for a full navigation unit. And again, other than the Civic and the Fit, you're not going to see other cars with that great feature. It has a 3-stage rear camera, so when I back up, I can see 3 different perspectives of what's behind me. It has amazing traction control system, so that if I understeer, if I'm not going to quite make a turn and I'm going to slide into the embankment, or oversteer, in which I'm going to actually turn too abruptly and spin the car out, it actually has a unique braking system that modulates the interior or exterior brakes if it sensed that kind of lateral slipping to keep me on an even keel. And so again, in a city where it rains a lot, sometimes you get ice on the roads, that is a terrific feature, and again, a feature you're not going to see in too many other applications. And so very, very high-end technology, really cool style, gorgeous interior, great gas mileage. Everything about this is almost guaranteed to be a home run for Honda and for us here at Honda of Seattle. But more importantly, it just gives us a chance to serve a new group of customers with a new product that we can knock your socks off with just how easy we are to work with a one-price model. Obviously, you see what the price is on the internet, and that's just the price. And so you pay the $150 documentation fee, you pay for license plates, which are around $300 in Seattle, and you pay sales tax, and you're done. They don't lock in a room or anything like that after the sale and put a bunch of extras on the car or anything like that. It's just really, really simple. And so we'd like to give you that best-in-town service in our best-in-town facility. And with this best-in-town HR-V, we think you're going to be thrilled with what's available for you right here at Honda of Seattle. Now, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My name's Joe Tunney here at Honda of Seattle. You can reach me anytime at 425-894-8230, or just drop me an email at joet@hondaofseattle.com.